Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Neca Ultimate Collector's 1/4 scale God of War Kratos. Alright, and here's Kratos out of the packaging looking freaking amazing. This guy is huge and buff. So I had a chance to mess around with this figure after I got him out of the packaging, which was not easy, as you could have told. This figure is freaking great. The articulation is on point with any 6-inch figure. The one difference between this one and the 6-inch one, 7-inch figure, is 36 points of articulation for the 7-inch one, and 34 points for the 1/4 scale one. Since this is a 1/4 scale figure, they had a lot more liberties to do the detail of this figure. I mean, they did the detail of the fur, the beard, the leather. It's amazing. I'll get some close-up shots and you guys will see what I'm talking about. But again, the articulation is great on this because the knees are double jointed, the waist hinge is awesome, the shoulders are great, the hands are on ball joints, the head doesn't look down too much, but it's okay. The armor looks amazing, everything looks really great on this figure. So let's go ahead and get into his accessories and then we'll get into the detail of the figure. Alright, so taking a closer look at Kratos' accessories, this is his dagger and it looks really clean. This looks more like ivory, which is pretty cool. And then it has like a leather, it's plastic, but it looks like it has a leather strap on the top right there. And then underneath it looks like it's some sort of writing in there. What do I want to call it? Ruin. It looks like it's a ruin in the handle right there, and it has some like wrapping around it. That's really cool. And it has that little knot on the bottom. Looks good. It's really cool, and it fits perfectly in the back. Which I'll put it back in there in a second. Taking a better look at his axe, this thing is awesome. Look at the dragon's head on the bottom with all the detail in it. That looks so good. And it has, camera's not picking it up too well, but it's more of like a dark brown. Like it has some dye in it, some texture. All this feels really cool. And then on the back, you just have the simple symbol right there. And if you could remind me what that means in the game, I really like that head on the top. Going up, it has the leather straps for the handle, for him to hold it. Looks really good. All the detail in the leather, it's even there. I don't know if you can see it in the reflection, but it looks really good. They even sculpted the detail inside the leather. And then moving up, you can see the detail in the handle right there. And then going into the axe, you can see all the grooves and stuff like that. And it looks a lot more like Ruin, like mythology. Well, of course he's mythology, but I think the video game's going after the Viking mythology, so it's kind of like Norse Norse god stuff. I really like that symbol inside there. All this looks really cool. And then on the top we got the knot. Looks like the stars or the Capricorn and all that up here. Really cool. Real soft, light. And then moving on to the shield, man, this thing is beautiful. Look at all the detail in there. This is the inside of it, where it has the red detail. And this is where it plugs into his arm. Then it has that nice detail in there. Then, like, again, the pattern of the stars. And these circular, this one's the smaller side, bigger side. Looks really good. Then again, it has details there. Oh, it looks really good. Onto the other side, it's all gold. Again, with that detail. Dark wash shades and everything. Dark wash. Looks great. This shield is awesome. Alright. The detail in this figure is amazing. The head sculpt alone looks amazing. I love the fact that it has kind of a white dry brush on it, which gave it kind of like a skin texture. And I love that the fact that you can see the folds, the wrinkles in his forehead right there. His nose looks really good. The wrinkles in his eyes and underneath look really, really good. His scar above his right eye looks really good. And then the paint that goes down came out really, really clean, and it really has a paint texture on it because, of course, they painted it. But the look of it alone looks like it was painted on the body. So I really love that. I love the eyes. They came out really great with the skin tone underneath it. Like he's tired as hell, which, Kratos always is for kicking God's asses. But yeah, the beard came out great. I love how you can see the kind of shadow work they did in his in his chest. But I love the detail that they did in his chest, how you can kind of see the shadowing effect in there. So the mold has all this detail in it, and it looks really great. And the way the red wraps around from his shoulder onward to his chest looks great. Again, the armor right here came out really, really great. The sculpt on it is amazing. I guess the fact that it's a 1/4 figure, they had a lot more time to do the detail on this figure because it came out amazing. Just look at that buckle right there. It came out great. It's coming through the hole there. It's got multiple holes in it. And other buckles there. Fur's coming all the way through. The texture inside the holster right there looks great. They really knocked this figure out of the park. Alright, so moving down to his waist area, you can see all the detail they put into his belt and his little stash. I mean, it looks really amazing. You can see the stitching inside of his stash, I guess, right here. His undergarment. And then we have this belt that wraps around and has really nice detail on the inside right there. And then again, the buckles and the gold stitching on the inside look really good. And then we have this layer right here that has another belt over it. And again, you can just see all the layers on here. And then underneath that, he has this red one that has a gold button on the bottom. And all the worn out detail on it is really great with the black wash. I mean, this figure is really, really cool. Taking a look at his boots, you can just see that it's a real simple brown leather and a black leather. That's his pants, and it's just wrapped around all the way through to the bottom. There's no toe hinge, but this is on a type of ball joint, so it does hinge and pivot at the same time. So the articulation in the feet are great. But you could also see, the little riblets that they put in his foot. Really good detail. Alright, so taking a closer look at his shoulder pads right here, the detail in them is amazing. The fact that they put all the little leather pattern inside there, then the gold stitching on the top, and then the fur that pops out from underneath so it's comfortable, keeps him warm. That's really awesome. And then you take a look at the back, you can see that the fur and the leather kind of fold over. And then this is where his axe fits in. Alright, moving down to the back of his waist, you can see that he has his horn right here, and it goes from red to brown, and it's beautiful. I mean, that paint job is just amazing, the way that it just flows into the brown. And then right here, again, it has those type of patterns. And also, you can look on the inside of there. It doesn't move around. It is glued onto his side right there. And then he has his bag on the side right there. He has his little pouch there with his knife there, and then his water bottle right there. So all the detail on this is amazing. And again, it goes all the way down. You can see his double joints right there. Really amazing figure. Alright, so I shot all these shots outside because I live in California and there's no snow out here or anything like that, so I just kind of went outside and used this little wall. It's right in the alley of my house, but there's no sunlight, but the sun's reflecting off my window and it gave this little pocket of sun, so I went ahead and used that on this. It looks pretty cool. Alright guys, that's going to be it for my review of the NECA 1/4 scale Kratos. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know what you guys thought of the figure. Let me know if I missed anything. I cannot wait to play this game. It comes out in April. I believe the first week of April. So I'm looking forward to playing this game. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please leave a like. And I will catch you guys in my next review. Peace.
That's crispy.